Hello my dear students of third year of high school. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Mr. Ahmed Al-Arabi from Afaq Educational Company is talking to you. Today inshallah we're gonna continue the discussion of unit 1. 2 is better than 1. Exercise 8 reading. Our reading text for today is entitled Animal Partners. Let me start our lesson today with this question, pre-reading question. Do you think animals ever form partnerships to help one another? Explain. Actually, the answer for this question is yes. Animals form partnerships to help one another. This is what we call symbiosis. Symbiosis refers to this relationship in which animals depend on and benefit from one another. Here, look at this picture. If you look at this picture, you will see this African crocodile and the bird which is called plover bird. They have partnership together, as this animal, as you see here, picks out all the small pieces of meat stuck between the crocodile's teeth. It cleans the crocodile teeth, which prevents it from getting infections. Also, the crocodile provide an easy meal for the plover, so they held partnership together. We can see another partnership between the honey-guide bird and the rattle. Also, we can see this partnership between the ostrich and the zebra. In the end, we will see that the partnership between the sea anemone and the other clownfish, they held partnership or this kind of symbiosis. Okay, now listen to the text. After that we are gonna analyze it in order to answer the question. Listen carefully.
Animal partners. For animals in the wild, each day is a struggle to survive. They must continually search for food while at the same time keeping themselves safe from predators. Some animals have learned that teaming up with another animal makes the struggle to find food, shelter, and safety a bit easier. This kind of special relationship in which animals depend upon and benefit from one another is called symbiosis. One of the most visually surprising examples of symbiosis occurs between the fearsome African crocodile and the small plover bird. When a plover is nearby, a crocodile will open its long, sharp-toothed jaws to invite it inside. You might assume that the plover would quickly reject this invitation and fly off. Yet surprisingly, the plover does hop inside. Perhaps even more amazingly, the crocodile, normally known for its aggression, does not snap its mouth shut and have the plover for a snack. Instead, it remains still, not closing its mouth until the plover leaves. How can this strange behavior be explained? The answer is symbiosis. The plover picks out all the small pieces of meat stuck between the crocodile's teeth. In doing so, it cleans the crocodile's teeth, which prevents it from getting infections. Because the crocodile cannot clean its own teeth, it depends on the plover to perform this service. In return, the crocodile provides an easy meal for the plover. In some cases of symbiosis, like the crocodile and the plover, each animal in the pair benefits from their relationship in a different way. However, in other cases, the animals share a common goal. This is true of the honey-guide bird and the rattle, a furry creature with short legs and long claws. Both these animals live on grasslands in Africa and have an appetite for honey. As its name suggests, the honey-guide has a special ability for locating beehives. However, this small bird cannot open a beehive to get at the honey. To accomplish this, it teams up with the rattle. Rattles are a perfect match for the honey-guide as they love honey. are large enough to crack open a hive, but have no ability to find hives themselves. The honey guide flies over grasslands looking for a hive. When it does spot a hive, it swoops down and makes a noise to alert the rattle. The rattle uses its claws to tear open the hive. After eating its fill, the rattle invites the honey guide to finish the leftovers. Another two animals that team up to compensate for their own weaknesses are the zebra and the ostrich. These two animals often travel together. This is no surprise, since they are a perfect match. While the giant flightless ostrich has poor senses of both smell and hearing, the zebra has acute senses of smell and hearing. On the other hand, the zebra has terrible eyesight, while the ostrich has excellent eyesight, enhanced by its long neck, which enables the ostrich to see far into the distance. In this way, each makes up for the other's deficiencies. As a result, the animals are far safer together than they would be apart. Ostriches can see predators, such as lions, far in the distance, while zebras can smell or hear others as they approach. Birds and land animals aren't the only ones that work in symbiotic pairs. Some sea animals, like the clownfish and the sea anemone, do as well. Sea anemones, which look like plants, are actually dangerous animals with poisonous tentacles. Most fish stay away from anemones to avoid being stung. However, the clownfish makes its home among sea anemones. It does not get stung because its body is protected by a special coating. Living among the deadly tentacles of an anemone has a clear advantage. Most predators stay away. Another benefit for the clownfish is that it is able to eat the anemone's leftover bits of food. But what is the advantage to the anemone? There are several. First, the brightly colored clownfish attracts predators. When the clownfish swims under the anemone's tentacles to safety, if the predator follows, the anemone has the chance to sting and eat it. Other services the clownfish performs are cleaning up food scraps and dead anemone tentacles and chasing away fish that might eat the anemone. While many symbiotic pairs may first look like odd partners, the benefits they provide one another are invaluable and may make the difference between life and death. In fact, it is often these animals' very differences that make them perfect partners.
Okay, my dear students, in this text we are having 4 cases of symbiosis between animals. The first case is between the African crocodile and the plover bird. Let's see here. For animals in the wild, each day is a struggle to survive. Struggle means fight. كفاح نضال. قتال. To survive means to stay alive. They must continually search for food, while at the same time keeping themselves safe from predators. Predators, as we know, are animals, refers to animals that live by hunting others. Some animals have learned that teaming up with another animals make the struggle to find food, shelter and safety a bit easier. Teaming up means cooperating with each other with another animal makes the struggle means كفاح نضال. To find food, shelter means مأوى أو حماية, protection, and safety, أمان, a bit easier. This kind of special relationship in which animals depend on, تعتمد على, and benefit from, تستفيد من one another is called symbiosis. So, symbiosis refers to this cooperative relationship or partnership between animals. One of the most visually surprising example of symbiosis occurs between the fearsome. Fearsome means causing something that causing great fear, terrifying. مخيف, African crocodile, and the small plover bird. Plover bird, طائر الزقزاق. When a plover is nearby, قريب, a crocodile will open its long, sharp, toothed jaws. جاز الفكين. To invite it inside. You might assume تفترض that the plover would quickly reject means refuse this invitation and fly off. Yet surprisingly the plover does hop inside. Perhaps even more amazingly, the crocodile, normally known for its aggression, حيوان عدواني, aggression عدوان, does not snap its mouth shut or have the plover for a snack. Instead, it remains still, not closing its mouth until the plover leaves. How can this strange behavior means سلوك, conduct, be explained? The answer is symbiosis. إذا التفسير الوحيد لهذه العلاقة between this relation between the African crocodile and the plover bird is symbiosis. The plover picks out all small pieces of meat stuck between the crocodile teeth. In doing so, it cleans the crocodile teeth, which prevents it from getting infections. Because the crocodile cannot clean its own teeth, it depends on the plover to perform this service. In return, في المقابل, the crocodile provide an easy meal for the plover. This is the first case that we have today. The second, in some cases of symbiosis, like the crocodile and the plover, each animal and the bird benefit from their relationship in different way. However, in other cases, the animals share common goal. This is true of the honey-guide bird and the rattle, a furry creature with short legs, مخلوق ذو فراء with short legs and long claws. Claws means مخالب قوية طويلة. Both these animals live on grasslands in Africa and have appetite for honey. لديهم شهية للهوني. As its name suggests, the honey guide has special ability for locating beehives, خلايا النحل. However, this small bird cannot open a beehive. ليس لديه القدرة أن يفتح البيهايف, خلية النحل, to get the honey. To achieve this, it team up, cooperate with the rattle. Rattles are a perfect match for the honey guide and they love honey, are large enough to crack open a hive, but have no ability to find hives themselves. The honey guide flies over grasslands looking for a hive. When it does spot a hive, it swoops down and makes a noise to alert the rattle. The rattle uses its claws to tear open the hive كي يفتح الhive. After eating its fill, the rattle invites the honey guide to find the leftover. Another two animals that team up to compensate. Compensate means to overcome weakness with strength. يعوض for their own weakness are the zebra and the ostrich. These two animals often travel together. There is no surprise since they are a perfect match. While a giant flightless ostrich has poor sense of both smell and hearing, the zebra has acute senses of smell and hearing. On the other hand, the zebra has terrible eyesight, while the ostrich has excellent eyesight, enhanced by a strong neck, which enables the ostrich to see far into the distance. In this way, each makes up for the other's deficiencies. The word deficiencies here refers to ways in which something lacks what it needs. As a result, the animals are far safer together than they would be apart. Ostrich can see predators, حيوانات مفترسة, such as lions far in the distance, while zebras can smell and hear others as they approach. Birds and land animals aren't the only ones that work in symbiotic pairs. Some sea animals like the clownfish and the sea anemone do as well. So sea anemone, which looks like plants, are actually dangerous animals with poisonous tentacles مجسات أو زوائد. Most fish, these tentacles are poisonous سامة. Most fish stay away from anemones to avoid being bitten. However, the clownfish makes the home among the sea anemone. It does not get stuck because its body is protected by special coating. Living among the deadly tentacles of the anemone has a clear advantage. Most predators stay away. Another benefit for the clownfish is that it is able to eat the anemone's leftover bits of food. But what is the advantage of the anemone? There are several. First, the brightly colored clownfish attracts predators, while the clownfish swims under the anemone tentacles to safety. If the predator follows, the anemone has the chance to sting and eat it. Other services the clownfish performs are cleaning up food scraps and dead anemone tentacles, and chasing away the fish that might eat the anemone. While many symbiotic pairs may at first look like odd partners, the benefits they provide one another are invaluable and may make the difference between life and death. In fact, it is often these animals' very differences that make them perfect partners. Let's turn to questions. Exercise 1. Question 1. Explain the meaning of symbiosis. As I told you, symbiosis is a relationship in which two animals depend upon and benefit from one another. In what way do the African crocodile and the plover have a symbiotic relationship? The plover cleans the crocodile's teeth, which prevents infection and provides a meal for the plover. Give an example of a case of symbiosis. أعطي مثال لحالة السيمبيوسيس تكيف أو التعايش in which each animal has the same goal. The honey-guide bird and the rattle help each other get honey. The honey-guide bird finds the hive and the rattle tears it open. Name two animals that make up for each other deficiencies. How do they do this? Actually, this case between the zebra and the ostrich. The zebra had bad eyesight but good senses of smell and hearing, while the ostrich has poor sense of smell and hearing but good eyesight. What benefits ما الفوائد do the clownfish and anemone offer each other? The anemone provide a safe home for the clownfish and leftover food. The clownfish attracts prey الفرائس يجذب الفرائس to the anemone, cleans up food scraps and dead tentacles, and chases away fish that eat the anemone. And now we come to the end of our lesson today. Thank you for watching us. See you next time inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.